Hi everyone, this is Ashwin. In this video, we're going to solve the problem swap nodes in the tree. So in this problem, first they didn't give a question, they just gave the explanations for each concepts we are going to cover in this particular problem. The first one is what is binary tree? A binary tree is a tree which is characterized by one of the following properties. It can be empty, it contains a root node only, it contains a root node with its children. And the second one is in-order traversal of a tree. We already seen this problem in the previous video. We will traverse the left subtree, visit root, and traverse the right subtree. Like that, we will print all the elements in the previous problem. Now we have to do the same for this problem also. So this is the detailed explanation of how the in-order traversal works. And next, swapping subtrees of a node means that if initially node has left subtree L and right subtree R, then after swapping, the left subtree will be R and the right subtree will be L. So this is the sample example. Here we have a tree. This is the initial tree, and after swapping 2 and 3, the tree will look like this. The whole right subtree 3, 5 is replaced with left subtree, and the left subtree 2 and 4 is replaced with right subtree. So that is swapping the nodes. And they also explained the in-order traversal of left tree is 2, 4, 1, 3, 5, and the right tree is 3, 5, 1, 2, 4. So after swapping operation, the entire traversal is different. And again the swap operation, we define depth of a node as follows. The root node is at depth 1. If the depth of the parent node is d, then the depth of the current node will be d plus 1. This is the actual question. Please read it 1 or 2 times to understand the questions properly. Given a tree and an integer k in one operation, we need to swap the subtrees of all the nodes at each depth h, where h belongs to k, 2k, 3k, like that it goes on. In other words, if h is a multiple of k, swap the left and right subtrees of that level. Okay? You are given a tree of n nodes where nodes are indexed from 1 to n and it is rooted at 1. You have to perform t swap operations on it, and after each swap operation, print the in-order traversal of the current state of the tree. Okay, generally we have to swap the nodes at the level of k and the multiples of k. K represents some depth. Here depth is like this. Root level is 1 and the second is 2 and the children is 3. Here k is 2. So we swapped these nodes. And after that, if some other nodes are there means we need to swap at depth 4 and depth 6. Like that it goes on. And they didn't give an actual tree. They are just given an indexes, and we have to create a tree from it, and the root node is 1, and we have to create all the nodes from the indexes. So we have to create two functions. The first one is creation of an entire tree using this indices, and the second one is swapping operation. During the swapping operations, we will do the in-order traversal and store the nodes in the list. So the result will be look like this. This will be saved in a list and return it. Here the input format is the first line contains n number of nodes in the tree. Each of the next n lines contains two integers a, b, where a is the index of the left child and b is the index of the right child of ith node. -1 is used to represent a null node. The next line contains an integer t, the size of queries. Each of the next t lines contains an integer queries of I, each being a value of k. So based on this k, we have to swap nodes at the multiples of k levels and print the in-order traversal for that. Okay, let's see the constraints. Here n can go up to 1024 and the number of test cases is 100 and k can go up to n. Here a can go up to -1 to n. Similarly, b also has the same values. The index of a non-null child will always be greater than the index of a non-null child will always be greater than that of its parent. So the tree will always goes in ascending order starting from root. All the values will be in increasing order. Let's see some sample examples. Here we have 3 lines. So in the first line, we will have left and right child, that is 2 and 3. And for 2, there is no children. And for 3 also, there is no children. Finally, the tree will look like this. Root node is 1, left child is 2, and right child is 3. Now we have two queries, that is 1 and 1. At depth 1, we have to change the nodes. So this is depth 1, we will change the left and right. After changing left and right, left will be 3, right will be 2. We will print the order of this tree, that is 3, 1, 2. After that, we have to again change at level 1. Again, if we change the tree means the order will be 2, 1, 3. Like that, we have to print it for each queries in the input list. Let's see another example. Here we have 5 inputs. Again, initially 1 will be there, 2, 1, 3. So left child will be 2, right child will be 3. After that, minus 1, 4. If we go about level order traversal means we'll be having 2. Minus 1 means no child. 4 is there, so 4 is the right child. Similarly, 3 left child is none and right child is 5. After that, for 4, there is no children. Here, minus 1, and finally 5, it's also have no children. We have only one queries, that is 2. At level 2, we have to swap the nodes. So this is level 2. If we swap the nodes means 4 will be left child and 5 also will be left child. We have to print the order 4, 2, 1, 5, 3. So this is another big example. You can see the detailed explanation if you want. I'll just go with the basic example here. Okay, let's solve the problem now. First, we need to create a tree. For that, we need to create a class for creating a node. Let's create a node here. Create node class, class node. For the class, we have to initialize a constructor. Def init. In the argument, you have to pass self, comma, node. While calling this class node, we will be passing the value. Okay, we will just change it as value. It will be easy to identify. This is constructor. Inside the constructor, we will create a variables for this node. Self dot info equals the value and self dot left equals none. Again, self dot right equals none. Okay, that is our shortest class. Now, after creating a class, we have to create the root node. We already know root will always be 1. Create root node. Root equals node of 1. So this will create a node and assign it to root. After that, we need to create an entire tree from the indices we have. Create the tree from indexes. Root equals create, pass the argument root and indexes. Now we have to create this function. Let's create it here. Def create. We need to have the argument root and indexes. Here indexes is a list of values. Okay, that is the definition of the function. Now we have to import a module from collections import deque. I'm just importing deque because we are going to traverse in a level order traversal. Using the level order traversal, we will insert the corresponding node at each position. Okay, let's create the queue. Queue equals deque of in a list create root. So initially the queue will have root element. Now we have to traverse the indices. If you see the indices, each have two values. that is left and right. So traverse the indexes for x comma y. This is for the two values in indexes. Now we need to pop the element from the queue. Temp equals q dot pop left. So it will pop the first element from the queue. Now we have to insert the left child. Left child if x not equals -1, temp dot left equals node of x, and we have to insert this node into the queue. Q dot append temp dot left. If the node is some positive value means we will just create a new node using the class and assign it to the left of the temporary variable. If you don't know about level order traversal means, please go back to the previous video and check about it. And after assigning the left value, we will just append it to the queue so that it can process the next index. So we have completed for the left child. Now we have to do this for the right child. Right child if y not equals -1, temp dot right equals node of y, and again we need to append it. Append temp dot right. These operations will be performed for all the indices in the input list, and we will be traversing all the elements in the tree. After traversing all the elements, we will just return the root element. Return root. So this will create an entire tree for us. After creating the tree, we need to process the queries. So that is process the queries. Again, we will use a for loop for k in queries, because each element we will be defining it as k. We will create an empty list to store the in-order traversal. So L equals an empty list, and we will call the swap operation swap of root k and the level. The level will be 1 because root element is at first level. After that, we will store this result dot append L. So before that, we will create a result equals empty list. This is our final result. This is a temporary result. So we have to pass this list as an argument in order to change the elements in place L. While swapping the nodes, we will complete the entire traversal and store the results in the result variable. After storing the result, we will just return it, return result. Now we have to create the swap function. We will create the function here, swap operations of the tree. Def swap root k level and the list. These are the 4 arguments we have. So this is the arguments. As usual, we have done the in-order traversal. Similar to that, we are going to create the same operations. First, we have to check whether the root is not null. So if root, if the root has some value means it will enter the condition, and we have to check for the depth. If level modulus k equals 0, that means we are checking if it is a multiple of k. If it is a multiple of k means it will be 0. If it satisfies the condition, we need to swap the nodes. So swap the nodes. We already done the swap operation in a single line. Root dot left, root dot right equals root dot right and root dot left. So this is the single line swap operation. It will just swap the left and right subtree to right and left. After performing the swap operation, we will do the in-order traversal. So in-order traversal. The in-order traversal will be, first we will be traversing the left subtree. So swap of root dot left and k level will be increasing. So level plus 1 and we need to pass the list. After traversing the left subtree, we will just append the root element, that is L dot append root dot info. After that, we will be traversing the right subtree. Swap root dot right k level plus 1 and L. So this is the complete swap operation, and we also perform the in-order traversal to display the result. We have completed the whole logic of the problem. Let's see the complete overview. First, we are creating the root node using the class we have created. After creating the root node, we need to create the entire tree from the indexes we have given. So it will call the create function. In the create function, we are creating a queue to do the level order traversal. While doing the level order traversal, we are inserting each node into the corresponding position based on the values given. When the entire traversal completes, it will create a whole tree. After creating the tree, we will return the root. After that, we will create an empty list to store the traversed values. Now we need to process the queries. So I'm going to iterate each value from the queries and call the swap operation and append the result to this list. So in the swap operation, we are checking if the root has some value. If it has some value means we will be checking the level. If level is a multiple of k means we will be swapping the nodes. After swapping the nodes, we will do the level order traversal. While doing the level order traversal, we are passing the list and increase the level 2. So first we will be traversing the left subtree and append the root. Finally, we will be traversing the right subtree. After the entire traversal, we'll be having a result like this 312, and this temporary result will be stored in the variable result. And finally, we need to return the result. Before running the code, we need to create a limit, that is sys dot set recursion limit equals some 10,000. Why I am setting this limit is Python has some recursion limit up to 1000 only. Here we have a constraint about 1024. It will throw some runtime error if you don't set this recursion limit. Okay, that's complete our whole problem. Let's run the code now. It passed the sample test case. Let's submit it. That's it guys. We solved the problem. If this video is helpful to you, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel for future videos. Stay tuned for the next video.